mix it up. That's what we did last year with Walk Loveless. Our long-standing video collaborator. Walt had the idea and he sent us snippets of his nephew levitating, and we say, well, yeah, let me go for that. We didn't even have the song at the time. We just knew whatever video we did, it's gonna encompass that. And then when we came up with the song and he heard the song and we tried it, tested it, it was a perfect fit. We jumped for 4 days. I'm still paying the physiotherapist for knee therapy, but it was well worth every jump. It was challenging and interesting and different, and for us, those are the kind of things that we're interested in. I think, we always get a lot of points for pushing the envelope artistically. It may not be the most sort of widespread popular thing, but people who see it recognize it as having a kind of integrity and as something that they don't see elsewhere, and for me that's enough. I would like to think so. Yeah, I think so. I think people see us pushing and see that it's possible. One of the comments we get constantly when people see our show is that they can't believe it's happening here and it don't look like it from here and it should be somewhere else. And I see that as a positive and a negative, because we don't expect these things from us. But how could you when people put on shows like Soca Monarch and say they'll have a better stage than the Grammys and it's the fucking worst piece of shit you ever seen in your life? And it needs to be made out for what it is. And all the shows that are being put on in Carnival, the production values suck. And mega gazillions of dollars are being spent. And we put on a real show that nobody will sponsor you, except for 1 or 2 people. And spend every penny in making the show the thing, So we kind of strip it in that regard. But first, the show is the thing. The process of making the show is even more valuable than the actual show. Once we could live with it, we happy. Blue changed our lives. We did so much work in the Blue to pen a song, and the kind of madness to write a song, Blue, or Color, or Pigment, Canal making a statement, that came from totally out of the unconscious. And for me, that show, there's a fine line between having an idea and realizing that idea, because you could kill it before it even grow. You could say, what shit is this? Blue, or Color, or Pigment, and that'll be the end of that. Or you could say, hey fellas, I have this idea. And they could say, yeah boy, that's fresh, never heard that before. And then you could move on with that. That's part of the game, the possibility for rejection or acceptance is the same fine line. You might be ahead of your time. You might be, or just not in tune with whatever the vibe is at the moment. But you have to commit to your thing, you have to be true to you, to thy own self, be true. Find your voice is one of the mantras you always hear in music. And it took me a while to understand that, but having found my voice and us collectively having found our voice, we know the power of finding your voice. So in many regards, that's one of the dilemmas we face as Trinidadians, in that we have such a huge, rich cultural legacy and repository. And why we not digging deep in that and just pulling from that and keeping it fresh, instead of trying to twist and turn and bend and please the ears of this one and that one and market Carnival to foreigners. We don't do Carnival for foreigners. Carnival is our festival. You can come, you're welcome, but it's not for you. I don't have to try and explain it for you. Don't come in my band and ask me where we're going on Jubilee morning. We're going down the road, that's where we're going. We understand that, we know that, right? So we shouldn't be trying to bend ourselves and twist ourselves out of shape. I was watching a sports psychologist the other day, Trinidadian, and she's working with the National Football League in the States, and she's one of the most sought after. And they were asking her, what's the challenges we face? And she said, well, our thing is that our value system continues to be extrinsic, in that we continue and constantly seek external approval and validation, where we need to develop an intrinsic value system. We need to understand that I know I do it, nobody can do this better than me. Anybody could come from anywhere else and tell me how a dragon's supposed to move, or a bat's supposed to move, or anything like that, or how a calypso's supposed to song, or what we're supposed to do to music for it to get international ears. Nobody can tell me that. Our music was the first international music. So I get a little upset sometimes, I get a little full of it, but that's just the passion for this thing that we have, this gift, this legacy. We didn't make it, we inherit it. So don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't kill the goose that laid the golden egg by trying to make products out of it. What is it you're trying to sell? What is this festival that we are custodians of, that we're trying to commercialize so bad? that we're not doing a very good job at it. That we don't even know how to capture it and sell it to the world. Anybody want to watch Carnival? It's the boringest thing in the world. It's horrible to look at. And even more so now where it have no master play and everybody playing themselves and winding up on one another. So, that's just me.